The next 12, 24 months, the best time in my lifetime where the opportunity is so perfect to create wealth for yourself. Folks, this perfect storm may not happen again next 40 years.
You gotta just press record.
You're about to watch a clip from Patrick Bet-David, a business and finance expert who's the founder of the Valuetainment YouTube channel, which has over 3.5 million subscribers. He recently spoke at our Think Media conference in Las Vegas and shared a very timely message to creators and entrepreneurs about why now is the time to prepare for what's coming.
I want you to write down exactly how much your net worth is today. And by the way, write it if you want to write it to yourself. You don't need to advertise it. Write it on a piece of paper. What your net worth is today. For some of you, it may take you 5 minutes. For some of you, it's going to take you a second. No matter what, just write down what your net worth is. Maybe you may say, net today, $18,026. Great. Some of you may say $276,000. Great. Some of you may say $1,300,000. Awesome. Some may say 11.9 million. No matter what your net worth is, let me explain to you before I get into this video content creation. I want to give you a message that I think everybody needs to be thinking about today. The next 2 years, what's about to happen, in my opinion, I'm 43 years old. I was born and raised in Iran in 1978. Khomeini dies. We escape 6 weeks later. I go to Germany, live at a refugee camp for a year and a half. Then I come to the States, live in Glendale, California. I go to the Army. I'm at the 101st Airborne Division. I get out. I come out of the military with the hopes of being the next Arnold, bodybuilder, Hollywood, all this stuff. Here's what ends up happening to me. 9/11 happens. A day before 9/11, I start with Morgan Stanley Dean Witter, okay? Day before 9/11 happens, it's my first day at Morgan Stanley Dean Witter. I get my Series 766, all that stuff. But here's the point I'm trying to make to you with why you wrote down your net worth. 9/11 happens. Dave Kirby sends everybody home because we're in the 8th floor, 9th floor in Glendale, California, and I'm supposed to go to New York for training at the World Trade Center. We have 3,600 employees at Morgan Stanley at the World Trade Center. Go home. Everybody go home. We go home. 6:30 in the morning. Everybody remembers where they were at 9/11. You remember it? I remember it. It was 6:30 for me because I'm Pacific Standard Time. Maybe 9:30 for some of you guys who were Eastern. I go home. I'm like, yesterday, I go to the office. It's Monday. Everybody is fired up about the stock market. The next day, 9/11 happens. What the hell do? I'm 21 years old, 22 years old. So Dave holds a meeting the next day. I go to the meeting. And he says, let me simplify something for you guys. The next 2-3 years are going to be the hardest 2-3 years the market's seen in a long time. I don't recommend you sticking around because it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very hard. But if you do stick around 5-10 years from now, it's going to be a great time to be in the industry. So he has this meeting. It's not a motivational meeting. It's a come to Jesus type of meeting. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, what are you going to do, right? And he's being very logical with us, which I like. He's being very reasonable. He's not trying to sell me to do something I don't want to do. Afterwards, we're all talking to see what everybody's going to be doing. I'm going to go work at the bank. Why? Because at the bank, you just kind of log on and you got all the accounts and all you need to do is convert them into annuities. So it's a lot easier. So that guy took the easy way out. I can't stay here. This is scary. I got a husband and wife. I'm going to go over here. Okay, that guy left. I'm going to go be a scientist. The girl with the 1560 SAT score left to be a scientist for IBM. She's crushing it today, but she left it. This is too dangerous for me. I'm leaving. I'm watching everybody. And then I'm sitting there and I said, I was told if you want to make money, real money is made during scary times. Okay, I don't really know what that means. I just got out of the military. I've never read a book in my life. Never in my life I've read a book. I was a 1.8 GPA in high school. First book I finished was How to Win Friends and Influence People at 21 years old because my sister recommended it. A second book was How to Master the Art of Selling by Tom Hopkins because Robbie Solomon recommended it. A third one was Rich Dad Poor Dad because an old friend, Armin, gave me a book. Those are the first 3 books I read, okay? I've wrote over 2,000 business books, and nowadays I read articles, a bunch of different things. Anyways, point I'm trying to make to you is the following. The first crisis that happened, first one, 9/11, got my savings to $100,000. I've never had $5,000, let alone $100,000. That was a big deal for me. Next crisis happens is when? After 9/11. What month? Does anybody remember what month it was when all the big real estate mortgage guys driving 7 Lambos, 6 Rolls Royces, making $400,000 a month? What month was it when real estate changed the entire no income, no asset? Boom! Walmart went out of business, Chase bought them for $1.9 billion. It was November of '07. How many of you guys are in the real estate business and you're over 40? November of 2007. Next thing you know, boom, next year '08, how much does the market tank? Who remembers? 38% market tanks. This is when they were joking saying your 401k became a 201k. Remember those jokes? That's that time. By the way, everybody's scared. But here's what was scary about, what was awesome about it, interesting about it. In '06, nobody was listening to me. They wouldn't take appointments. Everybody was rich. Everybody had equity in their house. Everybody was an investor. What do you do for a living? I'm a real estate investor. Really, why? Well, I got $400,000 of equity in my house. That's not a real estate investor. You just own a house. Well, it sounds better if you say real estate investor. I'm like, okay, cool. '08, everybody loses their equity. All of that is gone. Nearly 60% of realtors don't renew their licenses. They left the industry. In '08, I added a zero to the $100,000, which means now I have what? $1 million. Fast forward. 5 years later, next crisis, I added another zero. Fast forward. 5 years later, another zero when COVID happened. Fast forward the last 2 years, that 3x'd, if you already are tracking with me on net worth. Here's what I'm going to try to tell all you guys here right now in the room. That number you wrote, whatever it was, minimum, you ought to be able to add a zero to it in the next 2 to 5 years. Here's why. Hear me out. What is happening right now, you and I may never experience this perfect storm ever again. Ever again. Here's why. Here's why. 8.5% inflation, that's going to go to 10%. They're going to keep raising interest rates. That's not a possibility, maybe. They will. I'm on a Goldman Sachs. My investment banker flew out. We were having a meeting together with my advisors. And they said they're going to raise the rates the next 4 times the next 18 months. Okay, so you know what's going to happen with inflation. Do not be surprised if we crack 10 or 12%. Some people are like, that'll never happen. Same people that say gas prices won't go to $5. It's record-breaking high ever in the history of America. Today, it's $4.43 ever, okay? Then you go into markets, okay, you see what's going on with crypto. A lot of those crypto millionaires are sitting around saying, oh my gosh, what if Bitcoin goes to 15,000? I've been sitting on this for a while. The NFT people are starting to realize if there's no utility, it means nothing. The people who came and made their money, they're going to do well. Those who don't turn those characters into somebody, everyone's going to say, shit, I'm stuck with all this other stuff. I know you don't want to hear that because some of you own it, but if you buy one with utility, you're going to be fine, okay? The meta land stuff, metaverse stuff, that's going to be around. This is where I'm going with this. America's divided, but they're starting to have common sense. Bill Maher is starting to sound like he's given common sense today. Joe Rogan sounds like common sense today. People who are not supposed, they're just kind of like talking today. Everyone's sitting there saying, this stuff makes sense. America went from being so united during 9/11 to becoming so divided during COVID. And now after COVID's gone, and we're kind of looking around saying, man, these people fooled us that we don't like each other. These people convinced us I'm not supposed to like you because you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic. Dude, I got no problems with you. Watch what's about to happen. They're going to raise rates 4 more times. I sat down Leon Cooperman and had him on my podcast a month and a half ago. Leon Cooperman is, Warren Buffett wrote him a letter when he retired. He's a multi-billionaire. If you don't know who he is, very, very well respected when it comes down to the Warren Buffett world. I have him on the podcast. I say, Leon, you've been around the block for a while. He's around 80 years old. What do you think is going to happen in the next 18 months? He says, I see a market correction around 40%. I said, how much? 40%. Okay. What happens if there's a market correction of 40%? Let me tell you what's going to happen. The $600,000 houses are going to be worth $400. $1 million houses are going to be worth $600-700. Okay? Because rates are going to go up. 6 months ago, rates were 3%. At 3%, if you can only afford a $3,000 a month payment, you can finance around $750,000. At 5.3 today, with only a $3,000 a month payment, you can only finance around $550 today. Remember, people buy a house based on what? Interest rates, loan amount, or mortgage payment per month? Per month. 3,000 6 months ago, 750. 3,000 today is 550. Did you understand what just happened right there? And it's just getting started. Now, Some of you guys are saying, are you not supposed to, like, come on, you're supposed to lift us up. I'm scared shitless right now. Like, what just happened right now with this meeting? Hey, Sean, who is this guy, right? This is the point. This is the point. Whoever goes into this season most prepared, most urgent, willing to recreate themselves with a level of urgency you've never had before, you're going to come out of it 2 to 5 years from now. Everyone's going to say, oh, look at him. Perfect timing. That's how he got rich. Oh, look at her. Perfect timing. That's how they made their money. No, no, no. This season, people have been ready for this season. Everyone was saying 2 years ago, Warren Buffett, look at him. Sitting on $60 billion of cash, $100 billion of cash. Man has no clue what he's doing. He's completely lost his philosophy. Okay, yeah, he's lost what he's doing. He knows everything's going to go on sale in the next 6, 12, 18 months. And he's going to buy everything on sale. Brace for impact, baby. The next 12, 24 months, the best time in my lifetime where the opportunity is so perfect to create wealth for yourself. Folks, this perfect storm may not happen again next 40 years. I have nothing to sell you. I don't have a 3 program to register for this. I'm not that speaker that's going to sell you courses today. There is 0 selling that's going to go on today. I don't have an incentive of telling you this news. All I'm telling you is there's going to be many of you in this room who leave, who add an additional 0 at minimum, if not 2, the next 2 to 5 years. Some of you that only have $18,000, that 18 is going to be $1.8 million 5 years from now if you do it right.
If you want to see our full podcast with Patrick Bet David and Sean Cannell, then click on the screen right now, and we'll see you in the next video.